Hey guys, it's Jim Bounds at Motorhome Rehab Ranch, and thanks for a few minutes today. This video is, I believe, episode 11 in a 11 video set so far. So if you're coming into this thing late, you may want to go back. We're building the bedroom headliner, sidewalls, and then we're going to continue on to build a dedicated bed. Make sense? If you found us and you're on YouTube, thank you very much. If you're scrolling, hang on, this might be something worth it. Watch us here on YouTube. When you finish, shoot this QR code, or shoot it now if you'd like. This will take you directly to our Patreon Motorhome Rehab Ranch site. Okay? There you can pick up this video again, or when you finish watching the video, you can go to our Patreon site, and all of the pictures that I'm using in this video will be there, so you can download them and whatever you want to do. Make sense? All right. We're adding to our database now. We're over 700 videos in our database, so I really invite you, if you're on YouTube, to go to our Patreon site. Go check out what we've got. If you're into GMC motorhomes, that's us. All right. So we're going to do episode 11. We're going to, of the cut, fit, finish, and adjust and install, we're going to finish and install. Cut and fit was last episode, I believe 10. The last step, the reason this is because this is like a sailboat. There's nothing level and there's nothing square. You got to cut, fit, cover, and install each board at a time. That's what we're doing here. And that's why I want you to go back and look at some other videos before you go forward in this. Or go forward in this, well, you know what I'm saying. All right, well, let's get started. Now, we're using our trusty Harbor Freight screw gun here. This is, I believe, about the cheapest screw gun they have at Harbor Freight. We're shooting, I did not get a picture of it. On the last video, I did talk about the glue we're going to use. It has a high temperature range. It's made by DAP, D-A-P. It's called Weldwood Landau Top Contact Adhesive. It comes in a baby blue and white can. Get 5 gallons. You'll need, you say, 5 gallons? Use it. This stuff has a higher temperature range. In California, you may have a hard time finding it because it's made out of nasty tune dip stuff. All right, and it is flammable, so don't be doing this with a cigarette. This little gun holds just enough to do a couple of panels. It's a nice little cute little small gun. Now the thing about a spray gun, if you put glue in it and you block right here, you block the top of the gun with a piece of, I use a piece of electrical tape, and keep all the air out of it, the glue will not solidify and it'll stay liquid. I've been using the same gun for about 3 weeks now. Okay, so when you pour the glue in, it will seal itself right here in the top almost immediately with its glue. And then put a piece of tape on the top of it, keep all the air out of it. You may need to burp it once in a while. But that's what we're going to be doing all this work with. All right? First step, these are the lower panels below the pillar. And just like we covered the headliner cap and the pieces, we're going to cover these with that same star material. All right, so you shoot this, you shoot on the material, and then you smooth it out. Okay, pretty good stuff. It sticks pretty well. So you want to kind of smooth it out and get it even. When you play with it a little while, you'll mess with your material a little bit and understand how the glue works. But you'll be doing that. You do both sides. Now this is the panel under the rear window, a big plastic panel. All right, this is the top edge of it, and all of this is the glue out of 50 years that was holding the panel that was on there. It was actually liquid nails, and after 50 years it got real hard. So you just take a chisel and a little tin hammer, you just knock all that stuff out. Get it reasonably flat. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect because we're going to cover it with material. But it needs to be flat so it doesn't telegraph any of the bumps through the material. Make sense? All right. On the back of this panel under the door, under the window, this is bubble foil. Bubble foil insulation. I glued it to the back of the panel. You say, well, why didn't it go all the way to the bottom? Well, this is below the bed. This is where the bed is, so we want to keep that warm and cold. This is below that in the part below the bed, so we're not going to worry about bubble foil there. Now, this bubble foil insulation, on the last video, I explained about this stuff. We used to buy it in these big commercial rolls, but the dimensional weight made the shipping so expensive that we found out we could go to Home Depot. You buy a roll of this stuff that's 24 inches. And I've done the whole bedroom with one roll of 24-inch bubble foil from Home Depot. Okay, save you a lot of money and where to get it and all that kind of stuff. All right. So when we get done, you can see I've already covered that, and we'll talk about it later. We've covered both of the lower side panels and put insulation on. Does that make sense? These are all ready to go in. And here it is, right here. We've already put in this panel. This is the one below the window. We've already put this panel in. It's just sitting right there on that ledge. And I put 2 screws. Now it had 4 or 5 screws down at the bottom and all. We don't need that because this panel needs to float. It's plastic. It's brittle plastic. We don't want to tie it in too tight, so we just want to get it where it stays. And then this panel is going to fill in right here. Here's the other side. It's already in. This is under the window. This is the lower panel we just finished covering. This is the upper panel that broke off of this. You can't hardly really tell. You'll see a little crack, but this is how to make it look. If it cracks into pieces, this is how to put it together. Now the reason I use this pattern is when you look at this, you can't, it's just a bunch of stars. It's on a black background. So they all go together. All the pieces all go together. Follow? Okay. So it comes all the way down. These are the panels still left to cover. The closeout panels around the window. So we've gone all the way down. Now what I did, because I did not take out this lower panel, I didn't take out the propane compartment or the generator compartment. I cut this lower panel right there because that's below where my mattress is going to be. Remember, I'm putting in a dedicated bed. So this is below where the mattress will be. So we don't care about down there. All right, now, see there's one of the small cracks in it. That's okay, you don't really notice it. Now, next thing we're going to be doing is these are the side panels, the closeout panels that I took, that we cut in the last episode. Now we're going to cover them with this material, and we're going to put insulation on the back of them. All right, so you lay the material out. Here's the panels. Right? So you take your Ulfa knife, your handy Ulfa knife, and you cut the material, leave about 3/4 of an inch on each side of it, and you'll cut that right in the middle. That's the material that will go on each panel. Does that make sense? There you go. It's all cut out. Each panel has its own piece. This is one side. You got the front, the back, top, bottom. Got a little bit of extra here, and it's cut off. Okay. First thing you're going to do, these small ones will get them out of the way. Take your gun and shoot a little glue on both of those straight pieces, and then shoot some glue on the material. Now, this is contact adhesive. You want to wait. You want to wait until it gets dry. Okay, dry to the touch. Small pieces are easy to center. So you just center it in there just like that. Then take the corners and cut. You're going to cut those edges, corners out like that. Leave about an 1/8 of an inch, 1/8 to 1/4 of an inch on each corner of that panel. That makes sense? This is an 1/8 inch piece of plywood, and you're going to just cut the material out like that. All right. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to spray some glue on the backside and fold the two sides over. You got these corners folded over on those edges. Fold the edges over on the corners and then fold that over. So you get both corners folded over. Then you fold that over. See, this one will be cut right there, right there. That'll fold over there. That little piece will fold over there. This side will fold there, there, and there. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? All right. So what you end up with is that one little piece covered. So you do both of them. Now you come in to the side pieces with the curves. How do you get the material exactly where you want it to be to spray the glue? Well, how you do it is you lay the material over the top of them, fold it back by half. Spray glue here, spray glue on the material, and then fold it back over, because that'll get it in the right place, because you've put it in the right place before you start. And then in the bottom, you fold it over like you learned how to do with the small pieces. You've cut it all out. Now you folded the corners over. Folded the corners over. On these where it curves like this, you say, well, how do I fold that? How do I fold it around that right there? Well, here's how you do it. You mark it and then fold each piece over. Just like this. Just like that over there. Easier to see. Okay? So you'll start with this. You'll cut the corners, fold the corners off, slit these edges, fold them over, fold those edges. Make sense? Just like that. That's what you'll have. The front and the back piece covered. Now you've got to do the insulation. Same thing on the insulation. Here, you just spray some glue, cut a piece of insulation to fit there, stick it in. Here, you lay the insulation out, cut it with a knife, a little smaller than the sides, a little smaller, glue, fold it over. You'll end up with something like that over there. Each panel has bubble foil in the back. Now think about this a minute. Somebody says, well, what kind of insulation are you putting in? Multi-layer insulation is what you want because each layer does something different. Now, what do we got? We got aluminum outside, pretty good insulation. You got that blown foam that you see, that yellow foam, which is still good insulation. It's 50 years old, but it's still good. Don't take it out. Some people want to. Then you've got an air gap. Air is a good insulator. Okay. Then you've got a layer of bubble foil on the back of this panel. Oops. We'll have to call my son back later. We'll have the bubble foil on the back of the panel, then you'll have a wood, and then your insulation. So you've got multi-layer of insulation. Make sense? This is putting the insulation on both of the upright pieces, and there they are. Here's the front of it, here's the back of it. Front, back. Make sense? Now, what did I do all that with? Again, a whole bunch of Olfa blades. Olfa is your friend. Did you notice in doing this entire bedroom, the only tool I used was this Olfa knife? Because the wood is 1/8 inches, it's thin enough that you can cut it with this. It's amazing. So here it is. Here's the panel. Here's the color. Here's the one under the window. Here's the surround. Everything's black with stars. Oh, my son. He really wants to talk to me. I'll call him back in just a second. You got all these panels around here. They're all the same. They all match in together. We'll have 4 black trim pieces, H-mold, to hold those corners together. That makes sense? So we've taken a headliner, rear headliner cap that's got cracks in it. We took the surround panels off, recut them, fitted them, refinished them, and installed them. There you go. There's the other side. Next thing we're going to be doing is we're going to be making this panel, and then we're going to go after the bottom. Make sense? This panel goes right up here. It won't stay until I put the H-molds in it. All right. So there we go. Now we've got all the panels in, side panels, headliner is in, right? And we're going to go further. Well, actually, the headliner, I still have to cover the headliner. Excuse me, I gotta do that. So the next episode, I'll be doing that, and then everything will have little white stars all over. All right. Well, look, thanks, guys. If you're on YouTube and you're still there, hit like. I appreciate it. And if you're not, if you're on Patreon, finish looking at this, then go over to YouTube and hit like. Why? Because it helps us. YouTube likes to see you say, hey. All right. I appreciate it. Appreciate your time. If you think this is worth it, become a ranch hand. Do that. Help me out. All right. We got some real exciting news coming up. Take a look at this new shirt. What do you think? And take our new shirt. It's got our QR code on it. Isn't that cool? These will be available starting in a couple of weeks, first of the year. So stay tuned, and I'll tell you about how to get one of these. Look, guys, again, thanks a lot. Thanks for your support. Tell all your friends. We're going to hit the next episode. This thing's coming together. All right. See you next time.